Welcome to the Introduction to Quantitative Research Methodology course. There are 7 short lessons covering the contents of this 2-hour course. Each lesson contains several slides. What you need to do is listen to my explanation and participate in the learning activities each slide, while reading the text. The major contents of the course are: 1. Purposes, objectives of quantitative research. 2. Its building block, which is variable. 3. The observed and unobserved variables in research in human science. 4. Generic research procedure. 5. Research design. 6. Source of data, comprising of population and sample, and 7. Instrument and instrumentation. Each major content is covered in one of the 7 lessons. The major contents of the course are: 1. Purposes, objectives of quantitative research. 2. Its building block, which is variable. 3. The observed and unobserved variables in research in human science. 4. Generic research procedure. 5. Research design. 6. Source of data, comprising of population and sample, and 7. Instrument and instrumentation. Each major content is covered in one of the 7 lessons. Let's now begin with the first lesson. It provides an overview of quantitative research in human sciences. In this lesson, you will discover the nature and characteristics of quantitative research by means of deduction. To achieve that, we are going to follow 4 simple steps. Let's now begin with the first lesson. It provides an overview of quantitative research in human sciences. In this lesson, you will discover the nature and characteristics of quantitative research by means of deduction. To achieve that, we are going to follow 4 simple steps.
To begin, watch this 4-minute video. Then, list at least 3 things about quantitative research that you can extract from the video. To begin, watch this 4-minute video. Then, list at least 3 things about quantitative research that you can extract from the video. Now, let's have a look at the 3 things about quantitative research that you've on your list. Does your list cover the following terms? Let's self-assess if you are on target. Definition of QR. Research objectives, questions, hypotheses, variables, observation, measurement, research design, population, sampling, instrument, data analysis, statistical treatment. You are right. Quantitative research is loaded with these words, terms, activities, and processes. You are going to hear and learn a lot about them in this course. Remember this: the common terms which are associated with quantitative research are: 1. Research objectives, questions, hypotheses. 2. Variables, observation, measurement. 3. Research design. 4. Population, sampling, instrument. 5. Data analysis, statistical treatment. Now, to detect whether a study is quantitative or not quantitative, we may look at its objectives or its specific objectives. The specific objectives of a study are the research questions. Taken together, the general objectives and research questions are considered as the heart of research activities. Suppose we are interested in conducting research on student learning and well-being in the context of COVID-19 environment. Suppose we would like to know about occurrence of stress, readiness for e-learning, and academic motivation. We may formulate the following research questions for the research, which are as follows. 1. What is the prevalence of movement control order-related stress among students in a COVID-19 distance learning environment? 2. Are students ready to learn through distance learning in the restrictive COVID-19 environment? 3. Does distance learning motivate students academically? Now, what do these research questions share in common? This commonality signals the quantitative element of the study. Let's say that we have another set of research questions, which are: 1. Is there any gender difference in the prevalence of COVID-19 related stress among students? 2. Is there a relationship between COVID-19 related stress and academic motivation? 3. Does psychological readiness influence students' academic motivation? 4. What are the relationships among psychological readiness, stress, and academic motivation? 5. Does students' self-reported learning experience constitute a meaningful and interpretable multidimension measure of academic motivation? Now, what's new in these research questions? The answer is, each question has more than one variable. What do these research questions have in common? The answer is, each question asks whether there is a relationship between variables. These research questions call for the use of quantitative research. Why so? Based on the questions, what can you conclude or summarize the nature of quantitative research? You hit the bull's eye if your summary includes the following, that is 2. First, quantitative research examines the frequency, incidence, and prevalence of particular phenomena, which are the COVID-19 related stress, psychological readiness, and academic motivation. This means to say that quantitative research questions focus on how much, how frequent. Second, a quantitative study aims to determine the magnitude and the direction of relationships between or among variables. Most quantitative research is conducted for this reason. The first research question, for example, attempts to find out if the occurrence of psychological stress is related to gender. Third, a quantitative study quantifies the data, which are the responses, to enable the results to be generalized using statistical summaries. Finally, these research questions do not address the who, when, why, and how questions. Let's do a self-check to see if you've understood the nature of quantitative research. Read the following 2 research abstracts and decide if the studies can be categorized as quantitative research. The first abstract. This research aims to examine the effects of service quality, religiosity, relationship closeness, and customer trust on customer satisfaction and loyalty at Bank Jatim Seraya. Based on the literature review, the research hypothesis states that service quality and customer trust have a positive and significant effect on customer satisfaction. In addition, service quality, relationship closeness, customer satisfaction, and religiosity have a positive and significant effect on customer loyalty. The second abstract. The main objective of this study is to explain how to increase user loyalty behavior to public library services. The research population included users of public libraries in Iran. The data were collected through in-depth interviews, and the theoretical saturation was obtained after interviewing 24 members of public libraries.